reviews, awards.
Gossip.
No.
I thought you were gonna fall for that one.
No. No
You're too
way.
sharp for your own good.
I am Myro Essay.
And I'm Valentino who. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday morning. It's already the 14th, James. 14th of September. And here's James Silas.
Good morning, Lagos. How's everybody doing? Thank you,
Good
God, for having us here today.
Yes.
Thank you, Valentine.
Thank you.
And as
Thank
usual,
you.
just say, yeah!
Why did you thank only Valentine? Because I'm a lady.
He was
Sorry, I was
I'm
actually.
female.
It was
So,
giving
no,
time.
I was quite distracted because I was watching his hands on the console. So I'm so sorry. You know, all day, every day, I love Ayo Myro. And shout out to my brother, Ayo Myro Essay as well.
My hero essay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
James is a sneaky fellow.
Oh my
I was watching his eyes while he was watching my hands, but he just looked away, did an unlooking that made me realize that this guy just tried to play a fast one and I fell for it. But anyway, we'll have songs. We'll have a song to review. We were expecting Lex, but just late last night he confirmed that he wasn't going to be here. So we're going to do the song and then review, and he's listening. So please feel free to send your feedback to Lex through our WhatsApp number 0809 444 0981.
And you can head on to YouTube. YouTube is where the fun is. You see things on and off air. So go on to youtube.com, search for Smooth 981 FM Lagos.
This is Lex Ash featuring Zorro. Right My Wrongs. Listen. Once the song finishes, turn it off. Oh, go back to that. Is it right? That Zorro, by the way, just steps in for the rap on that song. Right My Wrongs by Lex Ash. Lex, originally, I mean, I know him as a photographer par excellence, He's really good. And he's been a great influence in the music scene as well. Although he's been working in the background, but I'm glad that he's come out with this one, Right My Wrongs, featuring Zorro. James, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Easy listen, from I think when I played the first time, after I played the first time, I'd probably listened to the song up to 10 times. It's interesting. It's just easy to listen to. It's a straight up story. The guy has what's called an attractive voice. Like when you start listening, you want to pay attention. At first I was wondering, but then I now saw Zoro is on it. So I just figured out it's pretty much in Nigerian.
Yes.
But easy song. And in fact, Zoro these days has been really subtle with when it comes to collaborating with the R&B artists. I mean, I heard what he did with Chike the other time. So he's able to, blend with any song these days. I really love the song. I enjoyed listening to it. Like I said, it's an easy listen. It's R&B, soothing. It's a nice song. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, just from the I like songs that from the opening. What's that qualifying word now? But you understand what I mean. From how it opens.
Opening credits? No.
Not exactly. Credits is for movies. Yes. I was thinking of them for songs.
Okay.
But as it opens, you just like the vibe of the song. I think this is the kind of song that it is. Well done and congratulations, Lex. Today is actually premiere day. So you might probably be listening. You're probably listening to this song for the first time here on Smooth 98.1, and it's such a privilege because
Nice.
it's such a good song. And we hope to play more of it on the station because it's our kind of music in terms of good, smooth, quality listening. And well done to Zora as well. The rap didn't distract from the song. It
Yeah.
actually complemented the song. So in terms of songwriting, production, vocals, excellent. And I look forward to him, doing even greater work. I wish he were here. I'd like to ask him if he has plans to release a body of work in the nearest future.
And I'm also curious to know if there's where his music and his photography will meet, because Lex is a very innovative fella, and I understand that he likes to, he's a great creative, like blends all the elements that he works with. He's a fantastic photographer.
I think that will happen if he decides to shoot a video for the song or any of
Right.
the songs that he'll put on later. That's where you see that where creativity in terms of photography and music meets.
But it's easier. Let me put it this way, because he's a creative. It's still
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
creative
saying.
industry. So it's like you mentioned, we're good to see him marry both of them.
It's like Adekunle Gold.
Yeah. But Adekunle doesn't show that part of his
No,
art anymore.
I think he does.
The
Does he still
the
do
Photoshop
before-
skills?
Adobe
I think
was
it-
like the king of Photoshop.
I mean,
at some
that was
point.
No,
relegated.
Of course, they're not going to do Photoshop in the music video, but check.
No, but he's not posting up.
What?
Is he still posting up? You know how he used
No,
to
I'm
post
talking
up
about. I'm not talking about that one. When we say a music and photography meeting or creativity meeting,
yeah.
is in terms of how your input in the video that comes out.
Absolutely,
Yeah, the storytelling of the video.
Yeah,
That's where we actually meet.
Yeah. Nice one.
That's interesting. Now, before we get into the stories, let's hear from our correspondents over the VMAs for a quick report.
Not only are the fans happy, but so are the artists that walk this red carpet. Machine Gun Kelly gave us a word, literally, with his girlfriend Megan Fox. Receiving and Nancy Rose McGowan's 98 VMA outfit indefinitely turned heads. Fox also introed MGK and Travis.
Right, so people are just elated that on Sunday, the 12th of September 2021, we're back with the VMAs, and special thanks to the correspondent at USA Today for bringing that feedback and the little summary of how the VMAs went. The MTV Video Music Awards held at the Brooklyn's Barclays Center. Justin Bieber was the most nominated artist with 9 nods. Olivia Rodrigo, BTS, and Lil Nas X were the most awarded acts with 3 wins each. Now, Beyonce also extended her run as the most awarded acts in history with her 29th win. 29. Let that sink in.
Amazing, yeah.
The 9th biggest winner was Lil Nas X, who took home multiple awards during the lockdown. We know how he was just raising controversy and got a lot of people talking with his provocative videos. With Montero Call Me By Your Name. That actually got the award for the best direction and best visual effects, all for that single. The artist dedicated a Video of the Year statute to the gay agenda, a cheeky layered reference to the queer positive imagery and messaging that he's presented with his recent images. And at the VMAs, he walked down the aisle with a gown, or in a gown. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was just like, wow, in my head.
I know, I know.
But I want to say for Nigeria, our biggest win, of course, was Wizkid featuring on Beyonce's Brown Skin Girl.
Congratulations to
and
Wiz.
also that definitely for me, that's the most exciting thing about the VMAs pardon me, but I am proudly Nigerian. I have the Nigerian blood flowing inside my veins. So I really, really acknowledge. And talking about Nigerians doing great things, I know that, what's his name now? Ladipo was nominated for the BET Hip Hop Awards. And so these are the kinds of, thank you.
little
Things
wins.
that we like to celebrate here. Of course, congratulations to every other person who's won an award. And it was an interesting ceremony. And of course, the red carpet was live, as you would imagine, because this is the first after the COVID-19 shut down a number of physical events around the world. So yeah, it was vibrant. Something else, since we're talking about events and the red carpet, before James speaks. Sorry, James, I jumped.
No, it's alright. Go ahead.
Before James speaks,
Very
is
exciting.
the Met Gala.
Yes.
So it was interesting to see. I think people were like, outside. You know, so they really like the fashion, the creativity. That's the thing about the Met Gala. I think that's the only time in terms of red carpet glam that people really
really pay attention. They want to see it.
Just bring out their creative juices, let it flow.
Yes.
So nice one. I've been seeing pictures all around, and I think people are just excited about images. Like, yes, finally.
And I'm actually glad that you mentioned the Met, because something that really stuck out for me was Democratic Congresswoman, or who stuck out was Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. She made a pointed statement at the Met Gala with her gown. Behind the gown was written in bold red letters, "Tax the rich."
Yeah.
Talking about VATs and taxes in Nigeria.
I mean, she was just pushing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this through the camera, but anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, you get all the details of what's going on in the studio. But in the meantime, please, James, share your
Also, I
thoughts
just
on
wanted to
VMAs.
add to the Beyonce win to ask generally if Wizkid gets a plaque for that particular
Oh,
category.
he does. He will.
So he got
But
so because I know
officially-
it's cinematography. A lot of time I would have thought
Yeah.
it would go to the group of directors that worked on the project. But if he's getting a plaque, that's also shout out to him for that. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Just to mention a few honorees. Foo Fighters got the video of the year. Or rather, sorry, for the video of the year was Lil Nas X Montero, Call Me By Your Name. Global Icon Award was Foo Fighters. He actually went to them. The winner for the group of the year was BTS. No surprises there. And then this one here from, of course, the category, the song of the year, Olivia Rodrigo, Driver's License. That's what she got for that one. And for Best New Artist, the winner was Olivia Rodrigo. I need to start listening to all her songs. And the next one, Push Performance of the Year, was won by Olivia Rodrigo for Driver's License again. Best Collaboration went to Doja Cat featuring SZA with Kiss Me More. And Best Pop was Justin Bieber featuring Daniel Caesar for Give On, Peaches. And the best hip hop went to Travis Scott featuring Young Thug and MIA for French Heist. The best rock award went to John Mayer, Last Train Home. The best alternative went to Machine Gun Kelly featuring Black Bear for My Ex's Best Friend. Best Latin song went to Billie Eilish and Rosalia for Luvar Ovida. And the best R&B went to Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic for Leave the Door Open. And the best K-pop went to BTS. Good one. Video for
Good
good
one.
as well for Billie Eilish.
Now, Xavier from Bagada says, hi guys, hope you guys will talk of the Met Gala. So we just did.
Yeah,
How
just
the
did.
sports guys killed it with their outfits. Simone Biles, Alison Felix, looking gorgeous. I think many people, let me not say everyone, because at every award ceremony, this wasn't an award ceremony, for every gala, red carpet event, there's always that one person
Yeah.
who didn't get the memo or decided to go left or
Who was that?
creativity gone too far. For me, who would it be this year? I mean, I saw Kim Kardashian in all covered up.
Oh
All I
my
was thinking
gosh, that
of
was-
in her outfit was how is she able to breathe?
She could breathe. I mean, it's a netted covering in front. It's like a mask, but just similar to what Kanye did.
Well,
Wore
that's the
for
thing.
his
Do you know?
album listening
Now I
party.
can appreciate it because we had to wear masks all the time.
Yes.
And so I know how uncomfortable. Why would you put yourself through that?
Why would you put yourself through COVID?
Exactly, because we have to. She didn't have to. That's
But-
the point.
No, she did have to because she's Kim. And she had to be there because the biggest artists were there. She had to attend because she had to make a
Yeah,
statement. Should I give you more reasons why
she had to make a statement, but I'm saying that she wasn't even the best dressed with all her supplication.
Regalia.
yeah, but we'll still
She
notice
was-
that. We'll still talk
No,
about
no,
it.
please.
but for
Ayo,
me,
Ayo,
like-
don't shout. Reduce your voice. It's
Okay.
Balenciaga.
Uh-huh.
He has
I
shown-
wish we should have seen the eye I gave Valentine, like looked him from up, like eyed him up and down, like,
That outfit in itself was the one person.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian came together with the outfits.
No, let me tell you one of my favorite looks. What was the lady now that wore the gold outfit? Her name is floating in my head. If you're listening, I'm sure you know the person because her outfit has been trending. And then the second person was Lil Nas. I loved he had a 3-in-1 outfit.
Sorry, who?
Lil Nas X.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
Okay.
Why? Oh,
Because of the look you gave me when I was talking about him. But anyway,
did you see his outfit?
Yes.
Was he suffocating himself?
He was flowing.
It was.
flowing.
I love creativity. There's so many outfits like that I just liked that. Obviously, it's not about you. Well, you're not meant to dress. I don't think many of them dress very sane in what we understand sanity to be.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's relative, but it's just a sheer creativity. I want to assume that a lot of designers would love the Met Gala because it
course.
helps them to just go, wow, just
So-
yeah.
Designers particularly look towards the Met Gala to show off their creativity and actually the new lines of the usual things that you'd have shown on a fashion runway that would show up in the Met Gala, and most of those pieces are very expensive. So you'd expect that besides the artists going with their own personal security, the clothes actually go with their security hotel as well.
Okay,
with
so the
jewelry.
person was Iman. Yeah, Iman's outfit.
I was just looking for
Oh,
her
you're looking
because
for- yeah,
that's
it was
exactly
Iman's
what I
outfit.
saw. And I'm impressed that you noticed that in the
Oh,
time.
I did.
But would you wear
Like
that?
a peacock. Where am I going to?
An event.
I just want to ask you, what kind of event can I wear this
But
to?
analyze that. That
And
looks
they
like
would-
it looked like feathers.
She looks like a peacock.
A
Like,
peacock,
with her feathers.
Look, even when she pulled it up. And all
So
that.
again,
Okay,
I
show
ask
the
you,
camera.
Where will I wear it to, my brother?
When you're hosting one of those high profile shows, you have to make a
To make a
statement.
statement,
maybe
yeah,
this-
Your presence in
This
office is
December,
powerful.
Calabar Carnival.
See?
Oh, you don't like that one?
Are you?
Please, our viewers on YouTube need to see this.
But just Google Iman's outfit to the Met Gala 20.
Is that the same Iman makeup, Iman?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
model,
the
supermodel.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So it's no surprise there.
No, but I mean, there are so many. Let me see. These are the outfits that stood out for me. Rihanna came out with A$AP Rocky
Did you
wearing
hear
black
the way people were screaming at her?
because she hasn't been,
my
because
goodness.
that's the thing when you make
Yeah.
yourself scarce.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, ageless as always. We had Gabrielle Union wearing a wedding dress that went wrong. People don't come for me. It's my opinion.
One of my even favorite, well, maybe it's because I always had a crush on her, was Megan Good, and she appeared. She looked
Megan
good.
Good.
She looked good.
Oh, Megan, I haven't seen Megan
Yes.
Good.
Oh, I saw her.
I like Megan. I would like to
Yes.
see what she wore
Amazing.
because she's Yahoo pastor. So I hope that she wore what
Bias.
reflects
Yes.
the church and the
Bias.
principles.
On
Let
that
me
bias
quickly
note, we're
go
going to take a
and,
break. Let's look at more dresses after this.
Stay tuned, everyone. Don't even think about touching that dial.
Let me see.
During the break, you don't need to. Yeah? All right.
Shade, we lost you there for a bit.
Oh, wow. At what point, please?
Maybe you should just go over the data again.
Okay.
So when we come back after the break, YouTube fam, thank you so much for watching. I was just explaining the reason why we turn out the volume during the music, like when the music is playing, is because we don't own copyrights to these songs, and we can't stream it live on YouTube. Yeah, so thank you so much for your understanding, and apologies again.
Visit www.intel.com.ng/HBB or dial *370# to get started.
Yeah, thank you, Nike.
Yeah, thanks, Nikki.
Is that our Nike? Is that the same Nike?
Let's go.
So what do you think about
We're
Kendall's
back in 20 seconds. Sorry.
Okay.
Kendall, did you like her dress?
Outfit, yeah.
I can't imagine myself doing
Yeah,
anything
it's like a
simple as
bridesmaid.
house
Look,
chores
yeah.
without listening to
All right,
music.
But it's not
10
Music
seconds.
is everything.
Mics are up. We have 9 minutes to run through some stories.
Love
So,
life. Smooth 19.1.
Today's live.
This is Mac.
thank you, Maka. Long time no see and speak. James Silas is here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
Yeah.
someone said they were waiting for you to do it, and you disappointed them.
No,
so
no,
thank
no.
Jibril.
Tayo?
Jibril
Yeah,
said-
blame it on what's his name?
He did it.
It's Valentine, but I still did it.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
You have
why
to
are you
do it for
blaming
the
me?
people, Val.
I mean,
Do
I
it
don't
for the
understand.
people. Can we get to the stories now, please? This particular story, I'm interested.
All right, guys. I was interested in the actress Iyabo story, calling out colleague Funke Akindele over actress Tony Abraham's new movie. And it's interesting why you mentioned 3 names. You always know that one is sticking out. One of them is
Which
not
is?
involved, but it's just kind of involved because they made themselves. Anyway, Ayo.
I think Iyabo Ojo is officially NOLLYWOOD, especially Yorubawood
True.
advocate.
Okay, if you say
of
that.
Yorubawood, in terms of she's always speaking out. Oftentimes good. I like the fact that she's vocal, especially what she did with Baba Ijesha and Princess's adopted daughter. I really must applaud her. And because of that, it will take a lot for her to do wrong. I was going to say she can do no wrong, but the way she's going, let me not say that yet. But so apparently, this report is that obviously everyone probably knows about the Ghost and the Tout too.
No,
released
I
by
don't. I
Toyin.
don't.
You don't?
Yeah, I just seen the flyers and the posters.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like you heard about it.
But that's not enough knowledge. But anyway, go
Really?
ahead.
Is it canal? What other knowledge do you want?
Ah,
I
yo.
don't get.
Is it?
I don't get.
Go ahead.
All right. So basically, I mean, she's been promoting it, and she had a grand premiere on her birthday.
Oh,
And so
Toyin
now-
Abraham.
Toyin Abraham, yeah.
Okay.
And a number of people have been talking about it. So, an online movie reviewer then reviewed the movie and really dissed the movie, said it was really bad, and kept comparing it to Omogeto, the saga, which obviously broke records, is now the highest what's it, revenue
movie.
grossing, yeah, that's the
At the
word,
box office.
movie at the box office in Nigeria.
And Omogeto is produced by Funke Akindele.
Yes, Funke Akindele. So the person that please NOLLYWOOD Pointer, I think, because I have to mention the
Cinema
name.
Pointers.
Cinema Pointer, thank you. Had said, "Oh, bad movie, etc. Don't waste your time. Go and watch Omogeto, which recently was released on Netflix." Then Iyabo Ojo, as Voltron, then went to comment under that post saying, "Funke, I know you're the one that sponsored this post." That's to Funke Akindele. But I didn't even know that apparently there's some undercurrents between Funke and Toyin Abraham, and saying that I mean she wrote a full post, commented on that.
Do you want me to read that?
Yes, please.
First of all, whoever cinema behind Cinema Pointers, people are not nice. They said not recommended for intelligent people, and they went on this tirade. But to Iyabo Jo's comments under that post, she said, "How much did Funke pay you to write this rubbish? The day she begins to find ways not to talk bad about her fellow colleagues or try to discredit the hard work or personality, that day she will begin to experience inner peace." He said, "On social media, you're going to form better person. I know you, and you know me. We know ourselves well. And you go back and tell your sender that no matter how many times you try, and no matter how many times you try to pull Sony down and discredit her works, it won't work." Play on words. He said, "Tony's hard work and movie The Ghost and the Tout 2 will make box office, and your blood's gonna dry from hate and jealousy." All right.
Wow.
Ayo.
All right, so I want to say some people might wonder, okay, what's Iyabo Ojo? Beyond trying to defend her friend, she's also in the movie. She plays a major. I think I haven't seen the movie, but her picture is quite prominent, so I know she plays at least a significant role in the movie. Now, I haven't seen that movie, and I'm not sure I plan on seeing that movie.
Why, Ayo?
Why?
let me. I think it's
Why?
best I don't comment on that. Let me reserve my comment.
Alright, go
So
ahead.
it's not about that. Though. So please, I'm glad she said she had a fantastic opening weekend.
Beautiful.
I love what people say about Toyin Abraham. She seems like a
Pleasant
genuinely
person.
nice person, and so I wouldn't want to discredit her hard work. And you can see that she's putting a lot of work into this, and so I wish her all the best with the movie. I love Nollywood, and I want Nollywood to excel. So what I don't like though is this calling out of one another, because guess what, Toyin Abraham and Yaboji also had they also had a public, what they were not
Altercation, yeah.
no, I don't, not physical altercation, but they were also not on good terms. They recently, if I'm correct, came back together as friends. So it's this thing about going out to throw jabs, if I put it that way. There's no proof of the accusation that Iyabo Ojo has made in terms of Funke sponsoring that. I think it's quite a low blow. If you're going to call out a colleague, you have mutual friends. You know, you can call her out privately, except to say you've done everything privately and then you're coming out in public. Do you understand? Then it's drawing more attention to the beef that a number of people perhaps were not aware of between Funke Akindele and Toyin Abraham. I think that the mature thing to have done is people are going to say negative things and positive things.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think she's received more praise and more accolades from her fans and her colleagues than abuse. So she had just let it go and ignored it. You cannot fault, if I say I'm a reviewer, this is my opinion on a movie, that's my business.
Exactly.
If you had issues with someone, take it private. Let's stop this, open air. Yeah. So for Iyabo Ojo now, in a few weeks or months, she now go and take a picture of Funke Akindele and say, my sister, look at. I just think it's just doesn't make any sense. That's my opinion.
James, what are your thoughts on
Yeah,
this?
so first of all, I'll start with the person that did the review. Yes, a review or your opinion about any creative work or whatever it is always your own opinion. But I think it will put you in a situation if you have to compare that work with another person's work, especially when we live in a society where people are always feeling like just because this is your opinion, or if you just attach any other thing to that opinion, if we cannot get back or cannot hit at you directly, we'll hit at that other instance that you use, so to speak. So I thought it was a bad idea to keep comparing this particular movie to the other one. Review this movie, tell us it's a bad movie, that's fine. But
And
when you keep
why?
saying yes, and tell us why. But if you keep saying but if you look at it is not a comparison, whatever. I mean, when the release of this one, the person that worked on this project, I can what's it called, criticize or compare your previous work to your present work, not compare you to another artist or another
side by
person.
side.
It doesn't make. Well, let me be respectful. Let me not say, because I wanted to say it doesn't make sense.
It actually does not
You get
make
it.
sense, James.
So, but bringing it back to Iyabo Ojo, it's okay to stand or speak up for your friend, but sometimes we have to do it with sense, in the sense that there's no proof, there's no facts, that you don't have any proof to show that Funke sponsor. Why would Funke want to sponsor somebody to criticize another person's movie? It doesn't make sense in any way you put it. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think Funke hates. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know their
facts speak for
relationship.
Funke,
Yes,
though.
I don't know their relationship. But I don't believe that Funke is going to pay somebody to criticize another person. Like, it's not that. Why? The bird is. I mean, what's the word? The cloud is big enough, wide enough for any.
Is the
There's
highest
no
grossing
way.
movie
There's no point.
of all time
you know.
in Nollywood.
I have seen The Ghost and the Tout, part 1. And in my own opinion, I didn't think it was all fantastic. I thought it was overflogged, really. Then now this is part 2, right? I've not seen part 2. I really don't know. I hope that they did better in part 2.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to knock out the fact that I saw the work that was put into even the first one. I know and I believe that Tony Abraham is one of the most hardworking actors we have in this industry today. And I think it's only proper that we appreciate people for the effort that they put into whatever they do.
Yeah.
So
It's not easy to even bring a cast together, or rather, a crew together to do a simple photo shoot, let alone for a movie. So, I mean, give them the flowers while they're there. And I get that in this industry, sometimes people carry other people's headache just because they want to seem loyal. It's just wrong. And then back to the thought where you said you're trying to decide whether it makes sense or not. I feel as a critic, you discredit, like you lose your honor or credibility if you're making you're critiquing in an imbalanced way. So comparing one movie to another person's movie and calling out their names is, I think it's unethical if you're going to be a critic that should be taken seriously. I mean, that's a clear indication that you are either being sponsored or you're
biased,
just downright
something,
biased.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
No, I think to be honest, I think you can make comparisons to an extent whereby it's not looking. You can draw points from this, or look at the way the XYZ movie was.
why? On what premise?
You can.
I mean, did the same director make both movies?
It doesn't matter. So let me
Was it the
explain.
same
No, let me
production
explain.
crew?
So for instance, let me use music. For instance, I'm reviewing Two Faces Searching, and I say that, oh, look at the production of this. If you compare it to the production that was done on Inyanya's XYZ.
So that's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
hold on. So
Right.
I can draw. I'm not saying it to despise someone. I'm saying it to draw lessons from another person.
So my
I
question
think
will
it's
now
okay
be why?
because you want to draw examples from it.
Why Inyanya?
Because I
vis-a-vis
just
Two-Face?
want to.
Okay.
What
What
I'm
is
saying
the
is that
premise of the
Ayo,
comparison?
Yeah.
Valentine, let me come in as per what you just said now. So if you're comparing it in the area of maybe technicality, because it has to do with context. In what context are you comparing those particular
Yes,
projects? Do
yes,
you understand?
yeah.
There's a way you can compare projects where you will not be disrespectful, will not be biased in any way.
So what?
You know?
So what people are saying, right? If you're
Yeah.
going, so you know, but what I would say for me was, if you're critiquing a movie, you would critique it and not make it seem as if it's an attack. So tell us
Yes.
what went wrong. The plot holes, the cinematography,
The problem with the
production,
cast.
audio, acting. So give us the reason. You can't say that. I mean, look at the way that if you check out Kemi Adetipa's masterful use of the camera, you can learn a thing or two which Tony Abraham missed in. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can draw comparisons like that without necessarily. So if it's a personal issue or moral issue, that's fine. But in terms of no critic should compare work, I don't think there's a strict rule around that. As a critic, you can compare works, and that's why you can even say, I mean, you can compare, you can make analysis based on that, but you don't. That's a personal choice. So people can decide to do that.
So here's the difference. There's something called constructive criticism. There's destructive. If it's constructive, yes, we understand that you're doing a job of criticizing constructively. If it's destructive, it's beef.
Yeah, I mean that's how
Plain
it
and
is
simple.
come off.
Not really. Let me tell you something, right? And that's what I'm saying, that this is personal opinion now. If it's what obtains, how do people, like, there are people that they do trash criticism and they make a lot of money from it. So it's a thing of personal principle. It's not part, because if you look at people like what's that guy, that very shady guy that people love to hate in America. What's his name now? The one that has a blog, Prince, Paris
Hilton?
no,
Sure.
not Paris Hilton. Some of you might know him, but he's they
I think Paris Hilton.
Paris
Paris
Hilton,
Hilton,
that's
okay.
right. They trash people. If you read, that's what they're called, soft sells. If
Yeah.
you read, they talk about people in a very bad way. There's nothing pleasant or constructive.
Yeah, but you focus on the thing that you're
But
criticizing without
no, they
necessarily picking
don't.
something
Some of
else.
them,
So,
some of them
Ayo,
will just say, "Oh, why is your face like that? Are you the one that created yourself?"
Ayo,
What I'm
you-
saying is that it's
you made the
different
point.
perspectives. You have your audience. I wouldn't subscribe to that. I don't like it. But it's not to say that a critic cannot decide on how they will decide to
Ayo,
criticize.
so
you.
it's just, I think it's just about context. So let's use a simple example: the awards shows. When they put certain songs in a category, it's pretty much comparing these songs, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, once somebody goes home with the award,
Yeah.
so I think that's simply how it plays.
Yeah.
That it's in context. If because budgets differ, the cameras, the platforms, whatever, even the target audience differ.
Yeah.
So we cannot really just compare them out of the blue. So, but like we've said, if you put them in context, give reasons, put them in the same category, and then you can now decide and say this is why and why I think this one is. But in all fairness, the best way to actually deal with these things is go straight to be professional, not being biased. But by the time you keep saying this one is better than this one is better than, you keep repeating.
Tell
it,
us
this
the
one is
why.
better, then
I mean, so at least we can learn from it. But anyway, IK Rocks on YouTube says the comparison is normal in the critical space or the critique space. It's just not okay in Nigeria, thanks to culture. It says Cinema Pointer might have been right, but was just plain rude, in my opinion. And before that, you made allusions to what you said. More messages, Rogo.
All right. I think we have on WhatsApp.
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah, so we have from so this is who's this now? No name, but it says Franca from Satellite Town. It's okay for celebrities not to be friends. If Funke and Tony are doing a movie, it doesn't concern any of them. They both can just do their own movie without comparison. I don't even compare at all. I'm a film student, and my second year I did criticism. You should know what constructive criticism is.
Thank you. Ali says, because of all the blog posts and news I've heard about part 2 of the movie, I now took it upon myself and watched the part 1 on Netflix. Just a lot of casts making too much noise, just my opinion. And I won't lie, I was glued to that ghetto one and just recently got on Netflix. It's okay to call a spade if I spend my money and time to watch. It's not that deep. Celebs should stop seeing criticism as hate.
True.
Daniel from Ajas says, I don't see why criticisms or comparisons on creativity is wrong.
And then Tokwe says, I think Funke should sue, yeah, but people need to learn. What would you sue have? Okay, well, yeah,
Libel?
that is libelous because it was written down that you made an accusation that was false,
And
except you
defamatory
can
statements.
prove that you did not do it. Because if it's true, then it's a lie, it's not libel. So let's
Well,
see how that goes.
somebody actually sent us a message to say Basbos is normal in Nollywood.
I was going to say, at the end of the day, they'll go and end
Part
it
of
at,
the
what's the name
package.
of that NANTAP, Abi, what's their
What's that?
association?
Oh yeah.
So by the time they release statement and apology, you go and put on social media. You can't put on social
And then you now start thinking of all the all the energy you lost.
Sticky side words.
James, please plug out.
James Silas is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse, everywhere. Holla at me. Let me know from Grapevine. Me, I'll holla back.
Ayo.
All right, so Ayo from the Grapevine 981 and Smooth FM. Don't forget to follow my artist at Myra Essay on all social media platforms.
All right, watch this space. Something is coming up. Valentine Uhu. Follow me on all
Yay!
social
No
media
wonder.
platforms.
We will critique.
With us.
And you're listening to
Bye.